right? Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. So, Brother Shawab, I'm on back at you with another lesson. All right, and as always, it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, what I want to get into, all right, going into this, going into the title. Just give me a second, hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah. So going into the title, coming to you, Harlots, to a city near you. All right. And with that being said, let me bring out this first precept. This is Deuteronomy 23 and 17. And it says, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. All right. So all this, Skittles community agenda is being pushed everywhere. All right, this is the reason why they push it so much, because they're trying to make our people sin before our maker. All right, there's not to be any whores of the daughters of Israel. All right, and everywhere we look, our women are living in pleasure. And what's the scripture say? All right, she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Okay, so again, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. That's the main focal point of this lesson, right? Let me grab this. This is Leviticus 20 and give me a second, Salaki. If she commit adultery, she shall be put to death, KJV. Salaki, it's not coming out. All right, but the scriptures tell you that when a woman or a man commits adultery, all right, roughly paraphrasing it, you are to be put to death. You are to be stoned to death. Okay, Shalom, sister Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. So again, most of our women are out here acting like straight whores. All right. And what I want to grab is this article. Found this on Newsbreak. It says, I'm going to read a little bit into it. And this is exactly what's coming to our women in the society, man. All right. Especially those women that want to have, want to live in the lust of their pleasures. All right. Thinking that they could sleep around with any man that they want, man. There's going to be an actual judgment for that. All right. You just said that anybody that commits adultery, man, all right, you are going to be put to death, because that's why the Lord has a controversy with Israel. All right, let's grab that as a matter of fact. Hosea 4 and 1. And it says, hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, ye children of Israel. For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Okay. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven. Yeah, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. All right. Yeah, because the scriptures tell you that shall not. Let me grab that. Jeremiah 3 and 1, I believe. Yep. The polluted land, it says, they say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, he return unto her again. All right. And you're not supposed to return back to a woman that you once had, and then she went out there and slept with another man, because she is defiled. I believe that's Deuteronomy, the 23rd chapter around there. All right, and it explains that that if a man gives her the bill of divorce and then she goes on to another man, okay, and that man that she's dealing with now finds some uncleanness in her and gives her a bill of divorce, that she cannot return onto the former husband that she had before him. All right, no man is to take back that woman because she is defiled. All right, so it says here, they say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man, shall he return unto her again? No. All right, shall not the land be greatly polluted? All right, and that's what's happening right now. This land is greatly polluted. Okay, with and that's why it just said that therefore shall the land mourn and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish. Okay, and that's why this place is fading away. One of the main reasons, all right, because the whoredom and the homosexuality, all this, weird weirdness is happening around us, man. Okay, the Lord is ready to destroy this place because of their whoredoms. Okay, so let me grab this real quick. That article, I read a little bit of it. It says a British woman gang banged. All right, it says great, but British woman gang banged while walking home from Paris, from a Paris musical festival, may have been filmed by her attackers. Police fear as victim is treated in hospital. It says a gang bang of a young British woman during an annual street music festival in central Paris may have been filmed by her attackers, investigators fear. The tourist was found crying as she stumbled through the streets of Paris. First, around this cement. I feel that's how you say it. Let me make sure I'm saying it right.
Arrondissement.
What?
Arrondissement.
Arrondissement. I guess that's how you say it. She sounded crazy when she said it. It says in the early hours of Saturday morning, after she was attacked and subsequently robbed, according to police source. She was clutching her underwear in a state of significant distress hours after leaving a concert at the Olympia Hall, one of hundreds of events held across France on June 21, 2021, to mark the Fête de la Musique. Musique. Pretty sure that's French. And it says known as Make Music Day in English. The victim, who cannot be named for legal reasons, was picked up by police and firefighters and taken to the hospital to undergo medical examinations. Right? It says she later told police she was accosted by several men and pulled to a secluded area where they ended up raping her and stole her phone, according to Le Figaro. It says police have now said they feared that the attack may have been recorded during the assault, which follows similar attacks at the event, one that has become notorious with violent crime and a lack of policing. And yeah, hey, the lack of policing, eventually what's going to happen is going to be all lawlessness out here. There's going to be no more law. All right, there's going to be no more police to protect you. All right, because you hear about it all the time now. You hear about these police officers, they're always quitting their jobs now because they can't handle what's going on. Why? Because the love of many is waxing worse, man. People are getting worse and worse. Okay, they're getting more violent by the minute, man. People are becoming desperate. Okay, and we all know that at the end of the day, this is all because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is putting them spirits on these people, man. And these spirits are gonna get, they're gonna get crazier and crazier by the minute. The closer we get to the end, man, the crazier these people are gonna become. And this is why we have to be girded, man. This is why you have to repent for all this wickedness that we've done in our past, man, because the Lord is gonna remember your sins. And when he remembers your sin, especially you women that's in that, that spirit of whoredom, all right, this is what's gonna come to you. It only makes sense, man. All right, you want to be a harlot, all right, then you're gonna be treated like a harlot, and you're gonna be tossed around all over the place, man. This girl was taken to a secluded area. No one heard her scream. No, that they recorded it and everything, and then just left her there. You know, She lucky she didn't get put to death. Because that's what's gonna happen to our women. You see, they're gonna end up getting put to death for this. Because the law says that if they commit whoredom, they have to be put to death, man. And why? Because the land is greatly polluted, and you see it every day with our women. The way our women mock these celebrities of that they go out there and they push the whoredom on these women, and these women are not even acting like that, man. You think these women out there really acting like whores, man? As a matter of fact, let me rephrase. I'm pretty sure they are acting because Hollywood be doing some shit like that anyway. They be sharing each other. You know what I'm saying? But there might be some of them that are actually, they have men and and believe it or not, all that shit that they talking on their music when they go back home, man, they'll be submissive to their damn man in a certain way. You know, you have to realize that the Illuminati, wants them to put that agenda out there and push that vibration so our women can continue to live like that. Like just like the other day, I was talking on the highways and edges, and something came up with Jennifer Lopez, fucking 60 years old. She over there still trying to show her ass and all that, and she basically, you got the whole scenario going with her and Ben Affleck and all that. She done already went with him, left him, came back. She been married 100 times. You see, that's the vibration that they push out to our women, to make them feel like you can do that. You can go and be with any man you want at any time. No, you're wrong. You see, because the Lord is going to end up, it's going to put you 6 feet on the ground for that. All right. In the most horrific and horrible manners, man. According to the way you were, as filthy as you was, is how as filthy as the Lord's going to do you. Okay. So let me grab this real quick. As a matter of fact, this is Isaiah 32:9. All right, it says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." All right, and this is why you're supposed to give ear unto the prophets that are telling you to stop being a whole harlot, man. Because by them telling you that, that's giving you a chance to repent. And Lord willing, if you are the elect, He gonna set you up with a man, and you're gonna move righteously now. Okay, you're gonna move. Oh man, that's spiritual right there. You got a little girl. She's like 3 years old, walking around with a head wrap. She from Issachar too. That's spiritual. Whole head wrap on her. She look cute as hell with the head wrap on. Right? But yeah, it says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease." These women are at ease because they're doing freely whatever the hell they want because of the feminism that's being pushed in America. Okay, because all these celebrities are pushing that same agenda. It's a girl's world. Girls run the world. You see, this is a man's world at the end of the day. The only reason you women are in power is because you're fulfilling, okay, what was spoken of at the garden between the serpent and Eve. He told her that she can become a god, that she can have all this power. And look how long it took for her to actually, finally run into that power. And that's now. All right. The scriptures say that, I will make a new thing happen upon the earth, right? That a woman shall compass a man. And that's the only reason why, okay, you guys are empowered, because we're at the end of this thing, man. These women in Esau are at the top of the power source right now in America. But all that is about to be taken away. And that's why the Lord said, "Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled." Okay. In those times, women will always, find in trouble at the end of the day, because the Lord was always bringing His judgment to the light every single morning. Okay. But more than ever now, you see it all the time. In the last week, I must have seen about, though, when I could do a video on it and just show all the different so-called celebrities, I must have seen a good like 15 different women that are TikTok influencers, and they're young as hell, and they all died. Some of them got raped, some of them overdosed, some of them people just don't know what happened to them. See, this is the Lord bringing that judgment upon the women little by little, and you see more death coming by women. Okay. And then now you even see women doing just weird shit, man, and bugged out and, out there stabbing their mans and end up going to jail. They catching all these heavy demons on them. Okay. So it says, many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Yeah, everything that you're doing out here with your whoredom and your OnlyFans pages, and you out there, using and manipulating men with your bodies and all that, man, that's gonna come back and it's gonna smack you right in your ass. Okay. And it ain't gonna be a smacking the ass as a one of those cute boys that's out there palming your ass. Nah, that's gonna be a very heavy judgment that the Lord is going to bring upon you, man. Okay. And the scriptures talk about how the women shall be ravished, man. And you're going to be open game the most when this war happens, when this draft starts coming, because now you women are about to be drafted to the war. And the ones that stay behind, their husbands are going to be in the war, and they're going to die of famine. They're going to die off in the war, and the war. And what's going to happen is going to leave you here by yourself. And this is why this is going to be the city of unwalled villages, man. There's no protection here. Again, the police forces ain't going to be around to help you. It's going to be the straight purge out here. This is why they showed you the movie The Purge, because this is going to happen at one point. All right. And you women are going to be a very big target, because there's more women on earth than men. And this is why you need a man of the Lord, because a man is more precious than fine gold. Here it is. You want to, I don't need a man. I don't need this and that. All right. When that time comes, look at this woman. She just got ravished and nobody did nothing about it. Don't tell me nobody didn't see that shit. Yeah, they might have took it to a secluded area and all that, but you coming out of a whole festival, man. People all over the place. But the thing is that the love of many is waxing cold, so people see this shit and they don't even care. They don't care that it's actually happening, man, because they're under a strong delusion in their own world, okay? And not only that, the judgment of the Lord is coming, so you can't escape the judgment of the Lord. When it's time for you to go, hey, the Lord gonna call your number, man. Now serving number 99, whatever you want. Now serving number 69, you filthy animal, whatever. You're gonna have to face that judgment, all right? It says, tremble, you women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. You see, you're careless, man. When you are living in pleasure, you are being careless. That means you have not a care in the world. And that's the one thing you always hear coming out of women's mouth. I don't care. I ain't worried about it. You see, because over here, they're helping you out, because Esau is putting you on a pedestal, because you have all these laws to back you up. But when this society falls, you're going to see that Esau was just putting you in the trick bag the whole time, and he's been using you to just weaponize, to demonize the Israelite man, okay? And that's why these women gonna stay out here. Remember, 2/3 of our people got to go, and there's more women on earth than men. So that can only mean that a lot of you women most of you women that live in America are going to die off, okay? Only the women that are of the elect are going to be saved, man. That's the only one that the Lord's going to have mercy on, okay? Because the Lord already not dealing with you women, and the Lord already pretty much, he's already on a certain level with you women where y'all just straight wicked, and he hates wickedness. When he hates wickedness, okay, and if you women are acting wicked, that means that means the Lord really hate the women the way they're acting right now, man, okay? And if the Lord hates something, okay, so are his followers gonna hate. And we really don't hate women. We love our women, man. That's a man's glory. A man can't wait to take care of a woman that's doing right. But we hate the way you women move, man. We hate the mentality you have. You have fed your brain. It's horrible. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that our men got to see our women out here doing that. And meanwhile, you see all these heathen women acting accordingly. You don't see none of these heathen women acting like that. That's why, we're made as a laughing stock. And the scriptures say that she will make you a laughing stock. Let me grab that. She will make you a laughing stock, KJV. This is Ecclesiasticus 18:30. Go not after thy lusts, but refrain from thy appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign you. All right, malign you. Yeah, malign you. Right. I I got another one. This is Ecclesiasticus 42 and this is 9. It says, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care of her taketh away sleep. Yeah, because if you, the scriptures say that uh 9 things that the Lord love, right? That he take joy of, and the 10th he gonna utter with his voice, right? And he says the one is a man that loves his children, all right, and the other one is what? For us to see the end of our enemy, roughly paraphrasing it. All right. But the first one was what? The one that loves their children, man. And because our people so messed up in society and they're under the curses, man, are the parenting of our people is horrible, man. They don't really care about their children. Okay. And then and the scriptures say, as is the mother, so is the daughter. So the mothers out here are acting reckless and ratchet. So what you think your children gonna be when they get older? Ratchet and reckless. You know, you got little harlots, little baby harlots at 10 years old, man. Little baby harlots twerking and shit, even lower than that age, man, because they see and repeat what they see their mother doing, man. And when you're a child, your brain is like a sponge, so it absorbs everything that it sees constantly. You see? Give me a second. Right? So it says, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated. All right, and that's another thing. Here it is. We try as fathers to teach our daughters right, okay? But we don't have full control of them at the end of the day because they're in the world, they're in school. They're away from you 8 hours of your day while you're at work. You don't know what the hell they doing. And then some of us work late, so they don't come home till late. They sneaking in people's houses, all that. So these are the cares that the worries that a father has to go through for his daughter, right? It says, in her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house, and having a husband, lest she should misbehave herself. And when she is married, lest she should be barren. Okay, and you got that. A lot of these women is just losing their virginities and they just going out there defiling themselves, man after man after man. Okay. And it says, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter. See, you got to always be on top. This is what the Lord loves when you love your children. It ain't just showing them a hug and giving them a kiss and kicking them to the side. Nah, man, showing love is being on top of your children, man. Scriptures say training your child the way you want him to be. So they don't depart from those ways. Okay, so when you're not giving enough attention to your children and you're giving more attention to the world, okay, that leaves them open to learn from someone else because they're not learning from you, you see. And this is why the main reason why they take the man out of the household, because when the man is not in the household, there is no order, you see, and you leave it up to the mother. Forget about it, man. She's gonna let her do whatever she wants, man. And I've heard it from women how to be like, oh, I just let her do whatever she wants because I don't want my daughter to be mad at me when she grows up. That's the wrong spirit to be in. That's a child. A child should not be able to tell you what to do. You have to have control over that, man. You see? So it says, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies and a byword in the city. You see? And if you don't have watch over your daughter, you're going to be hearing about it in the streets. You see? You're going to have to hear from somebody else. Yo, I done seen your daughter out there. She was running around with 3 guys. I seen her at the park. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing, but hey, put 2 and 2 together. You see? That's what happens, man. And now because of the whoredom that you're committing, you're polluting the rest of the land because that's a spirit that jumps on you. And then it's going to jump on to the next person. And the people that hang around you, they become like you. You see? and a byword in the city. Yeah, and then you call the whore, slut, bitch. Okay, even the father's being called bywords. You know what I'm saying? Because of the shame of your daughter. And it says, "In a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. Behold not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women." Okay, yeah, that's the point on that one, right? Let's see what else I have. That's what I wanted. This is Zechariah. I'll grab two of them. This is Zechariah 14:2. It says, "For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled." All right, this is going to be in the time of Jacob's trouble, you know, when all hell's just breaking loose out here. All right, the nations are going to be gathered against Jerusalem. Why you think all these sleeper cells is coming into America? All these immigrants is coming to America. Why you think we have all these UN troops among our military government that President Obama ordered 50,000 troops when he was in presidency, right? And they still among us to this day, on top of the ones that were ordered under Joe Biden. You see, why you think they're among us, man? Because they hate Americans and they can't wait to grab you women that want to be out there flashing yourself all day long. They're going to have a blast with you. And those are filthy ass people, man. Those other nations, they are filthy when it comes to our people, to our women, man, because you talk about our women being the most beautiful women on earth. Okay. Not saying that they ain't got beautiful women either, but nah, man, we the salt of the earth. So we look better. Our people look better than all these other nations, man. And they're always after us, right? It says their houses shall be rifled. The city shall be taken. It's going to be under siege. It's going to be locked down. The houses are going to be rifled. People going to be running up in your house, sparing, being like madmen, sparing none, shooting up homes, you know, spoiling everything in your home, taking your food, taking all your belongings that you worked hard for. Okay. Some of these people going to end up taking your children, your daughters, your wives, man. And what's going to happen, it says next, and the women ravished. Go look up the word ravished. Okay. It means to be tossed around, basically, like a little beach ball. And that's what's coming to our women, to a hood near you, okay, to a club near you, because the mirth of the land is gone, man. So all this partying, all this extra shit that you're doing, man, is going to catch up to you. And what's going to happen is you're going to be coming out of a club one night, a festival, going to be walking from work, walking by yourself in the middle of the street, bent as hell, whatever it is that you into. And you know what? The Lord going to put you in this situation, and then you're going to cry onto the Lord, and you're not going to be found. You're not going to be found. You're going to be found on the 10 o'clock news. I said lose. On the 10 o'clock news, and you're going to be found in a suitcase. Okay, you're going to be found in one piece of your body in Texas, or another piece all the way in Canada. Okay, whatever. Okay, Shalom, brother. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah. All right, this is Isaiah 13:16. It says, "Their children," which is going into the time of, you know, these Russians, man. These Russians come out here and they do their dirty work. All right. It says, everyone that is found, Isaiah 13:15, it says, "And everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword." Yeah, the men are going to be thrust through and they're going to fall by the sword, because the men going to fight for their life, man. But you women, you ain't going to be able to fight for your life. You're not stronger than the man. You are the weaker vessel. Okay, I don't give a shit if you know MMA fighting, all that. It don't matter. When the Lord come with the spirit, you're not going to be doing anything. You're just going to be literally in distress, in stress, and you're going to be crying and yelling and screaming, and no one's going to be there to help you, man. It says, "Everyone that shall be found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Yeah, the men gonna fall by the sword. They're gonna be thrust through and killed. All right, but the women, they're gonna be thrust through by being ravished, man. It says their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Yeah, man, they were doing that in the ancient time too. Grabbing, cutting our women's stomach up, you know, taking the babies out of their stomach and dashing them upon stones. All right, they're gonna do the same thing in these days, man. Which I wouldn't even care anyway, because y'all don't care about your children now. Y'all don't even want to do your duties as a normal mother. Everything is just what? Girls just want to have fun. That's all they want to do. If there's no fun in their life is boring. You see? They have forgot what the Lord has given us, them laws, statutes, and commandments to abide by, man, so you can live a peaceful and honorable life. There's no honor in you being a damn harlot, man. It says the children shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished, man. Point blank simple. All right. Let's grab this. Susanna. This is first Susanna 1, and going into our women being the most beautiful women, man. That's another thing that makes you a target, because how beautiful our women are. You know, even though y'all got plastic and witchcraft all together in one, you know, our women are always gonna still be beautiful, man. This is Susanna. Look what happened to Susanna in the garden. 1 and let me see where I grab it from. Oh, real quick. I'm trying to find where I could like really kind of start it from. I don't want to read the whole thing. Oh, let me just read it from the top. Try to read it as quick as I can. It says, there dwelt a man in Babylon called Josam, right? And it says that he took a wife whose name was Susanna, and the daughter of Chelseas, a very fair woman, and one that feared the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Her parents also were righteous and taught their daughter according to the law of Moses. You see, they trained up the child in the way they wanted her to be. Okay, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to teach our children this truth, man. It says, now Joachim was a great rich man and had a fair garden joining onto his house, and to him resorted the Jews because he was more honorable than all others. The same year was appointed 2 of the ancients of the peoples to be judges, such as the Lord spake of, that wickedness came from Babylon from ancient judges who seemed to govern the people. These kept much at Joachim's house, and all that had any suits in law came onto them. Now, when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk, and 2 elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her. You women that keep walking around here doing what the hell y'all want, dressing the way you are, provocative, and making these men lust for you. You see, what you think, these men ain't watching you out here? How many men have you turned down, man, and make them feel like shit? You think them men are not out there watching you? Okay? If they were watching Susanna, they're watching you too, because you're a fine woman, right? It says, and their lust was inflamed toward her. So they were lusting for her. That means no matter what they did, man, that shit was in their mind. They needed it. They wanted it. And you see that with these simp niggas today. You know, all of them is just in that spirit of like, I need that. And they running toward them. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have the woman running toward you. What the hell you chasing a woman for? Woman's supposed to be chasing you. You see? And it says, And they perverted their own mind. Yeah, because that the thought of folly is sin, man. You commit an adultery in your mind by fantasizing of a woman that's married. You see, and they put that out in the media today. Most of these celebrities and all these women are married women, man. They have men, and they still dress provocative. They still push out that vibration of whoredom. And you, as a man watching them, you're lusting for it. You see how Esau works, man. He'll make you lust for that. And it's wicked to lust for that, because that's the thought of folly is sin, right? And it says, and they perverted their own mind and turned away their eyes, that they might not look onto heaven and not remember just judgments. And albeit they both were wounded with her love, yet durst not one show another his grief, for they were ashamed to declare their lust that they desired to have to do with her. So they were both lusting for her, but they were keeping it from each other. You see? Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her. See, they were spying on her. They were constantly watching her. Okay, just like these men today, especially because the Lord again is going to put that certain spirit on them, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to lust for you. They're going to want it, and then the Lord's going to put it's going to change that spirit when they get it. That spirit is going to turn from them wanting it to them, basically tossing you left and right, man, possibly killing you in a horrible manner. Okay, it says they watched her diligently from day to day to see her, and the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time. So when they were going out, they parted the one from the other, and turning back again, they came to the same place. And after that, they had asked one another the cause, they acknowledged their lust. Okay, so they were both lusting for it. So now they're gonna what? They're gonna team up together. You see? Now imagine you living in a certain complex or something, and you always flashing yourself and making yourself look good, and you got about 10 guys over here that are lusting for you. What happens when they come together in the time of Jacob's trouble? Oh, fuck her, she was disrespecting us and getting a certain way with us and making us, feel like, like nothing. And here we go. There goes the thoughts already, the evil thoughts, right? It says, so when they were gone out, they parted the one from another, and turning again, they came to the same place. And after they had asked one another the cause, they acknowledged their lust. Then appointed they a time both together when they might find her alone. And it fell out, as they watched a fit time, she went in as before with 2 maids only, and she was desirous to wash herself in the garden, for it was hot. And there was nobody there save the 2 elders that had hid themselves and watched her. Then she said to her maids, and that reminds me of what we was just reading in the article. That means that them guys were watching that girl at the festival, and when you're at festivals, there's drugs involved, all that, man. So they already got a certain spirit on them, man. They're already lusting for some booty. Okay, and they probably seen the way she was acting. She probably was acting like a whole harlot, and that gave them the thought of perverting their mind, man, and wanting that and lusting for it. And it says, and there was nobody there to save the 2 elders that had hid themselves and washed her. Then she said to her maids, bring me oil and washing balls, and shut the garden doors, that I may wash me. And they did as she bade them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at privy doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. But they saw not the elders, because they were hid. Now when the maids were gone forth, the 2 elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore consent unto us, and lie with us. You see how Esau, this is why Esau feeds you stupidity on like porn and stupidity like that. They'll show you that these women are taking, multiple men at once, man. See where they get the ideas from. You see, from these scriptures, man. This is how they know how to control us. and keep us in that wickedness, right? It says, if thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away the maids from thee. All right. So now they over here lying and bearing false witness on her, making lies if she doesn't sleep with them. Okay. And it says, then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side, for if I do this thing, it is death unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. It is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord. So she was ready to take death. You see, she didn't care. She was like, I ain't about to commit this adultery, especially with two men. Okay. And then I'm going to have to suffer the death part of it. You see, she was ready to die just off of it. And that's counted as worthy, as righteousness for her, man. Okay. And it says, it is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord. With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice. The two elders cried out against her. Then ran the one and opened the garden door. So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at the privy door to see what was done unto her. But when the elders had declared their matter, the servants were greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Susanna. And it came to pass the next day, when the people were assembled to her husband, all right, the two elders came also full of mischievous imagination against Susanna to put her to death, and said before the people, send for Susanna, the daughter of Chelcias, Joachim's wife. And so they sent. Okay. So she came with her father and mother and children and all her kindred. Now Susanna was a very delicate woman and beauteous to behold. And these wicked men commanded to uncover her face, for she was covered, that they might be filled with her beauty. All right. And that's another reason why you women are supposed to dress modestly, man. You're not supposed to be out there showing your body, showing your face. Okay. You're not supposed to be walking around with a man and having wonton eyes, even if you're by yourself. You're not about to walk around in stores and your eyes is wandering everywhere, man. Okay, the eyes is the window to your soul, man. You ever seen people where they give you them eyes where I don't even want to talk dirty like that, but they give you them eyes like, you know, they already piped you down with their eyes without even physically touching you. You see? And that's, oh man, that ain't nothing but shaitan. Yeah, my phone didn't even tell me that it was dying. Hold on, I gotta charge it behind me. Just give me a second so I can finish the rest of it. You know, so these people, you know, you don't want to lock eyes as a woman walking places, man. You got to keep yourself, you know, making no provision for the flesh. Always stay prayed up, man. That's why you don't want to dress provocative, man, because these people be looking at you in a certain manner, and the way you dress is how they judge you. You dressing like a smut, they're gonna look at you like a smut. You dress modest. Honestly, when a woman dresses modest, a man will fear a woman, especially a man of the world. Not a man of the Lord, but a man of the world will fear a woman when they dress modestly, because they see them in a certain manner. Like, man, this girl don't play. She doesn't leave him to an imagination. When you dress slutty, all right, there is no imagination. It's all in the open. Okay. I pretty much slept with you without even touching you, because you have everything out there for everybody to see. You see? Yeah, it's coming on now. Beautiful. I was hoping brother put up scripture up while this is turning on. This is First Corinthians 7:2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. All right, because fornication is not sex before marriage, because sex is marriage. All right, fornication goes into you committing adultery, incest, bestiality. Those are all different forms of fornication. Okay, so to avoid it, all right, that's why you take one woman. Okay, we men can have multiple women. All right, it ain't the smartest thing to do. All right, but you can have multiple women if you're able to handle it. And you're supposed to treat them what all equally. Right, they ain't one better than the other. You just I'm number one. It's, yeah, I'm not. I don't want to be number three. Nah, man. A man of the Lord is gonna take care of his women equally. Okay, but a woman is only to have one man. Okay, and you're supposed to stick it out with that man forever until he dies, man, or he gives you a bill of divorce. And I've always said, even when he give you a bill of divorce, man, if that man was a man of the Lord, you better stick it out because the scriptures tell you that you got to reconcile with your husband. Okay, this is 1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. Okay, it shows royalty when you're dressed in modest apparel. Okay, again, it doesn't leave nobody to the imagination to lust. Okay, and you're really supposed to, you should cover your face because again, you got men that'll give you them eyes, them lustful eyes, and you know what time it is when they give you that lustful eye. Okay, adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. All right, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. And you women love wearing all this jewelry. All that shit attracts, man. A jewelry always attracts. Okay, when you are dressed modestly, it doesn't attract so much because you're not the man is not thinking. He's not thinking folly. There's nothing to think of. You covered up. They don't know what you're looking like underneath. Okay, it's better when you don't know what it looked like because when you get it, it's special. It's beautiful. You can enjoy it. What the hell do I want something that's been looked at by the whole entire world for? That's been ran through. What the hell you want with that? Okay. This is 1 John 2:16. It says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the lust thereof, what if you could put that precept up for me, brother? The lust thereof fadeth away, the lust passes away. Baba Kushal. All right. All that is just the lust of things, man. And that's the worst thing you can have is a lustful spirit. Okay, I've been guilty of that. I've had a lustful spirit on me before, and I know exactly how that shit can get, man. You start burning in your lust. You need something, But again, we have to be disciplined. We have to be refraining ourselves from our appetites, man, of lust, because those lusts can lead you to a direction you don't want to be in, man. So you got to be careful in the situation you put yourself in, right? Ooh, beautiful. All right, because this is a double fold scripture right here, because it could go into flattering words of philosophy, a strange woman being a philosophy. All right, but we don't speak about it on women. It says to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattering of the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman, because that's what these women do. They seduce you with their tongue. They seduce you with their mouth, man. They'll tell you all that they want to do to you and make you feel good at that moment, tell you what you want to hear, but deep down all they're trying to do is what? They're trying to take the strength from a man. Scriptures say that, man. Give not thy strength unto women. You can't give all your time to these women, man. Your time is valuable here, man. You'll give that time to them later. You're going to give them all the time you need in the kingdom forever and ever. On this side, you can't give that time and energy to these women, man. Got to be mindful. It says, lust not after her beauty in thine heart, in thy mind, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. And the scriptures tell you what? That a woman's whoredom is known by her eyelids, man, and her haughty looks. Going to Sirach, what is that? The 25 or 26, one of them. All right, but you see, it said the whoredom is in her eyelids, and you women love to put these fake ass eyelashes. That's another thing that draws these men: the eyelashes, the eyes. You see, that's why it's not good to be looking in nobody's eyes like that. It says, for by, ooh, I was thinking about that one too. This is Proverbs 6:26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. You are brought down to nothing dealing with a whorish woman, man. Because she gonna always move on to the next. You ain't no prize to her. To her, the world is the prize. All these men is the prize. Her prize is Rod. That's it, and that's all she wants. She just wants a cabasa. You know what I'm saying? She always hungry for some cabasa, right? It says, for by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Okay, that's what they are. They're Jezebels, man. They're Jezebel spirits ready to hunt you and take you down. That's why a woman is a prophet's doom, man. That's why the Lord, that's why Paul told us it is not good that we touch a woman. Not that we can and we can't deal with it, but what did he say when you keep going down in that chapter, in the 7th chapter of 1 Corinthians, man? He tell you that if you're lusting for it, do what you got to do, but he gonna tell you what? That you're going to have trouble in the flesh, you see, dealing with these women. We all been there. That's right. The flesh, the flesh is a whole bitch, man. This is Ecclesiasticus 9:2. Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. Same thing like we just said in Proverbs 31:3, man. Give not thy strength unto women. Okay, because it will destroy you. You will go out of your wits for a woman. And that's what men do. They go out of their wits for a woman. A man, the woman is his glory, so he gonna always try to do something to please her. When you go into, what is that, first Ezra, the 4th chapter, man, Zerubbabel was going in on that. Okay, he was talking about how women was wicked. Because a man will go out of his way, grab spoils, go kill, go steal, just to come bring back the precious rewards to his woman. And then when you go into that story, you had the woman that she was the queen of the king, and she was being disrespectful, smacking the king in his face and everything. Oh man, boy, you women is different, right? There you go. 1 John 2:17. And the world passeth away in the lust thereof, man. We can't have the lust of this thing, man, because this place is about to go. So if you're lusting for stuff here, this is where you're going to stay, because you lusted for it. You made that your God. You see, we're supposed to only be worrying about Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, man, and the elect. And the elect is going to be brought together however the Lord has it planned for us. The women that are this truth, that are sincere, okay, genuinely sincere, following what's written on the scriptures, not following 99% of it, all of it to the best of their ability, right? And eventually he's going to be what? All right, you're going to be taken by a man of the Lord, and you're going to be good. You're going to be there childbearing for that man, raising, okay, kings and princesses in the righteous manner. Not like the rest of these test tube babies, the multitude that's born in vain, that they're just born out of lust and sexual one night stands, man. Sex is, it's not for pleasure, man. Sex is to build a nation. Okay. Yeah. Do we get pleasure out of it? Of course. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave us that pleasure to have, but you're supposed to enjoy it with your wife and your husband the correct way, you see? And you're really supposed to be doing it for what? To build a true nation of rulership. Okay, not just going out there and doing what the hell you want left to right, man. It says Proverbs 5:3. For the lips of a strange woman for the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. Okay, just like Esau, smooth, his words be smooth like butter. All right, the women is the same way. They know exactly how to manipulate you, and they manipulate you most with what? Okay, with their little box that they got. That little beat up box that's looking like a catcher's mitt, okay? That they swear is this golden cookie. Ain't nothing golden about that, man. Your whole pH balance is off. it ain't tight no more. Okay, you can pretty much open it up, stick your head in there, and say hello, hello, and you hear echoes everywhere, man. That ain't nothing to glory in that, man. That's a waste of flesh right there. All right, 1 John 2:17. The world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, abideth forever. Okay, everything's going to fade away here, man. This is Proverbs, excuse me, this is Proverbs 5:4. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. All right. You want to live in pleasure? She that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Your end is going to be a very bitter end. Okay. Proverbs 5:5. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Beautiful. Only woman Jake should be chasing in these last days is Sophia. Beautiful. Exactly. You're supposed to be chasing his wisdom, man. Not worrying about who your next man gonna be. Oh, I need to find a man of the Lord. You know, nah, you're gonna wait on the Lord, man. The true women in this truth are gonna be patient, gonna be silent, ain't got nothing to say. And when that time comes, they're gonna know how to move. We're gonna know who's them real women of the Lord. Okay. Kitty litter box facts. But hey, that's pretty much the point, brother. All right. Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bachakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. Doing as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. You sisters continue to learn in silence, watching the true men of the Lord. Lord willing, we are those men. All right. The water for tuning in. The water for the precepts, brother, as always. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah, Dam Yad, Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah.